This is one of my new orchids that I got from an estate sale recently, and I think I got them in October to November. I made about 5 trips down to Utah to get some new orchids, and this one was in bud when I got it. I think the buds were just barely starting down at the base of the sheath, so I can't really take credit for this blooming, but it's really beautiful. The flowers are a little bit crowded on the stem, as you can see, and I did try to stake them, and I kind of pushed the buds apart, but I didn't push them far enough apart. I kind of underestimated how big the flowers would be. And the color is coming out too yellow on here. It's a really light pink, and then the inner, I don't know, the color in the lip is not that bright yellow. It's more of like a golden, almost orange. And then the lip looks really dull and crappy on here, and it's not that purple. It's like a reddish purple. It's really, really pretty. And the substance of these flowers is really amazing. They're really, really thick, and I don't know, thick and heavy, I guess, but they're not weighted down by, the stem doesn't have any issues standing up because it's strong enough. Because I have another Cattleya hybrid that the flowers weigh so much that they bend the stems down, but that could also be because it was growing in really warm temperatures. So this is a really big plant. It's I don't know, a lot of the older Cattleya hybrids are pretty big, but one of the pseudobulbs is, hang on, like there's my hand and there's the pseudobulb. Probably from the base of the pseudobulb to the tip of the leaf is probably 2 feet. And most of the leaves are pretty vertical. It's got a lot of mossiae in it, so it looks like a big mossiae kind of, but the pseudobulbs are thinner, narrower, and even though like these are pretty shriveled up, it didn't have the best root system on it, and then I had to repot it because yeah, I had to repot it because the roots were starting to grow from the lead pseudobulb. So even though it was in bud at the time, the buds didn't blast, even though I had to repot. You shouldn't normally repot when something's in flower because it's a lot of drain of energy on the plant. But if the pseudobulb is starting to root, you want to repot with the roots because when they get too long, they're easily damaged, and then that will set the plant back because they only grow roots once for every growth. So, I don't know, I guess that's everything I wanted to say about this. Whoops, sorry, the cat's bumping into my legs. It's hard to describe how gorgeous this is, and I'll see if I can correct the color a little bit on the computer, but they look like a yellow or like a white in low, warm lighting, but they're not. They're really pretty pink. And, I don't know, you can probably see better pictures of what the color's really like online, and maybe if I can post some, there we go, that's about right there. I did take some really nice pictures of this, and if I can get those posted up on the video, I'll do that, because I took some really great pictures with my iPad. But yeah, oh, and the fragrance is amazing. It's so sweet. It's almost, oh, I'm going to murder him. Get off the... Come here. I'm not really murdering the cat. Okay. See there, the color's all messed up again. Forgot what I was going to say. Fragrance is amazing. It's super sweet. It's really, really sweet. And it's also very spring floral, I guess, is the best way. It's got a little bit of spiciness to it. And it just reminds me of spring and other Cattleyas. I don't know, like if you grow a lot of Cattleyas that are older hybrids or like standard size, I'll just say standard size unifoliate Cattleyas, you know what that spring floral Cattleya fragrance is like. So this is a really nice one, and it's pretty strong. I can smell it quite a ways away also. So I really love this plant. It's definitely worth the space. I think it grows pretty close together. It does climb pretty bad. I've tried to adjust correct the potting and lay the rhizome flat, and the back bulbs were buried, but this isn't one that they were buried so bad that I had to chop off the back, because I did get a lot of orchids that the back bulbs were buried and they were totally rotten because of that. So when you repot your cattleyas, even if they climb and have that stair-step growth habit, you need to make sure that they're potted, that the rhizome is even with the surface of the mix. So, like this, you can see that they're all, hang on, they're all leaning forward kind of, but I've just pulled them back and staked them straight. And, yeah, if you do have cattleyas with stair-step growth habit and they climb, I have a video about that somewhere in my channel. So you can look at that to see how that is corrected. And I know I do a messy staking job, but that's just, I don't know. I don't worry about it because I'm not having to show this yet. So, yeah, and it doesn't bother me. So I just do it how I do it. I'm still figuring out the best way to stake growths, but the way that I do it now, I do each individual one, and then I keep moving them so it gets all crazy. Anyway, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope that, I don't know, you guys, seriously, if you can, get an old hybrid. They clone lots of these now, and they're really, they're just, I mean, I always grew species cattleyas, but now, after buying these heirloom cattleyas, I'm really starting to see the appeal of cattleya hybrids, because they're just fabulous, outstanding things, and I love how roughly, look how roughly all of this is. Everything, even the bits around the column and the petals are just absolutely roughly. And the dorsal sepals do curve back like that. It's kind of a flaw in these, but you know what? It's still like, I don't know, they're just super round and fluffy, so I think it doesn't look bad. And when you view it from kind of normal angle, there you go, it doesn't look too bad. So, yeah, okay, that's everything. Thank you for watching. Happy growing. If you like this video and want to see more, definitely subscribe, because I do have more cattleyas with buds that I got from this estate sale, and they will be blooming shortly. And I also have other species coming along for the first time. Okay, see you later.